Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I've got some pretty explosive news that could shake up the NFC North big time. Word on the street is that the Green Bay Packers are making a serious push to acquire Pat Surtain from the Denver Broncos, and it's not just rumors anymore. Reports suggest the Packers are offering a first-round pick in exchange for Surtain, and insiders close to the negotiations are indicating that this deal might be happening before the NFL trade deadline in early November. This is a game-changer, no doubt. The Packers are clearly looking to bolster their secondary, and Surtain, at just 25 years old, is the perfect piece to help them do just that. A deeper dive into the Green Bay Packers defense and their historical context to understand why this potential move makes so much sense. We need to look at the current state of the Packers defense and what Surtain brings to the table. The Green Bay Packers, founded in 1919 and one of the oldest franchises in NFL history, have historically been known for their stout defenses that often complement their potent offense. The team's identity has been shaped by legendary players like Reggie White, Charles Woodson, and Clay Matthews, who set the standard for defensive dominance in Lambeau Field's storied history. Over the decades, the Packers' defense has fluctuated in performance, but in recent years, they've been striving to return to that elite level. In the 2022 season, the Packers' defense was considered middle of the road, ranking 15th in overall DVOA, but there was a noticeable need for improvement in the secondary, especially against the league's top quarterbacks. This was evident in their struggles against teams like the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles, where they allowed multiple long passing plays and struggled to contain mobile quarterbacks. The secondary allowed an average of 248 passing yards per game, which ranked in the bottom half of the league, and their interception total was only 12, indicating a need for more playmaking. In 2023, defensive coordinator Joe Barry has attempted to tighten things up, but inconsistencies persisted, especially in the secondary. The Packers have a few promising young players, such as Eric Stokes, who showed flashes of brilliance before injuries derailed his season, and Rasul Douglas, who's been a dependable veteran presence. Still, the lack of a true shutdown corner has been glaring. The addition of a player like Surtain could be the piece that elevates the secondary into the league's elite. Who is Pat Surtain? An in-depth player profile. Pat Surtain, the son of former NFL cornerback Pat Surtain, is widely regarded as one of the premier cover corners in the league today. Drafted 9th overall by the Denver Broncos in the 2021 NFL Draft out of Alabama, Surtain quickly established himself as a cornerstone of Denver's defense. His physicality, football intelligence, and technical prowess have made him a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Standing 6'2" and weighing approximately 202 pounds, Surtain combines size and athleticism that allow him to match up with the NFL's top receivers. His coverage skills are exceptional. He's often called a true shutdown corner because of his ability to lock down the opposition's best receiver. His 2025 stats are eye-popping: 4 interceptions, 12 pass deflections, and an elite PFF grade of 90. 2 with a coverage grade of 88. 4. These numbers reflect not only his ability to make plays, but also his consistency and reliability. Furthermore, Surtain's resilience has been impressive. Despite a mild ankle injury in Week 6, he managed to play 15 games this season, showcasing durability and professionalism. His career stats include 12 interceptions, 42 pass deflections, and 3 Pro Bowl selections in just 3 seasons. His allowed yards per target sit at an astonishingly low 6.2 yards, and quarterbacks have a passer rating of just 68. 5 when throwing his way, indicators of his elite talent. His man coverage win rate is approximately 72%, a figure that underscores his ability to stick with receivers and disrupt routes. Opposing quarterbacks targeting him are often forced into difficult throws or into throwing away the ball altogether. His yards after catch allowed is only 4.1 yards, meaning once he's in coverage, receivers gain very little after the catch. This is a significant attribute in today's NFL, where yards after catch, YAC, can often determine the outcome of drives. Why Surtain is a perfect fit for Green Bay. So, why is Surtain II such a strategic fit for the Packers? First, his skill set fills a glaring need in their secondary. The Packers' defensive scheme under Joe Barry relies heavily on man coverage and press-man principles, and Surtain excels in this area. His length, agility, and football IQ enable him to shadow the opponent's best receiver, effectively neutralizing them. Second, Surtain's age, just 25, means he has many prime years ahead, making him a long-term asset. His emergence in Denver has coincided with the Broncos' struggles, but that's more a reflection of the team's overall issues, including inconsistent quarterback play and injuries, rather than his individual talent. The Packers, who have a capable but still developing quarterback in Jordan Love, can leverage Surtain's talents to elevate their entire defense. Third, his presence would create a formidable cornerback duo alongside Rasul Douglas, who's been solid but not at Surtain's elite level. With both players on the perimeter, the Packers could deploy more aggressive blitz packages knowing their secondary can hold up. This would allow linebacker metrics to improve as well, with less pressure on them to cover for extended periods. Comparing Surtain to other elite corners in the league, Surtain is often compared to other shutdown corners like Jalen Ramsey, Stephon Gilmore, and Denzel Ward. His metrics place him comfortably in the same tier, if not slightly ahead in some categories. For instance, Ramsey, currently with the Miami Dolphins, is renowned for his physicality and playmaking, but Surtain's coverage grade and low yards allowed per target place him among the very best. His ability to reduce deep passes by about 18% when on the field is comparable to Ramsey's impact in Los Angeles. Moreover, his forced turnover rate, about 15% higher than the league average, is a testament to his ball-hawking skills. Once in coverage, receivers struggle to gain yards after the catch, which is critical in preventing big plays. The Broncos, perspective and motivation to trade Surtain on the other side, the Denver Broncos are in a rebuilding phase. After a disappointing 5-12 record last season and a sluggish 0-4 start in 2023, the team has recognized that their window to contend with their current roster has closed. Cap space is a concern, with around $26 million available, but the main goal now is to rebuild around their young core. Surtain, with his high market value and proven talent, is an ideal trade chip to acquire draft capital and cap relief. The Broncos' defensive struggles are primarily due to inconsistent pass rush and secondary issues. Trading Surtain allows them to reset and focus on developing their roster for the future. The team's defensive ranking of 26th in DVOA underscores their need for a rebuild, and moving Surtain makes strategic sense. The Packers. Cap space and strategic flexibility, the Packers, in contrast, have about $36 million in cap space, which provides them with enough flexibility to absorb the cost of acquiring Surtain and possibly extend him if negotiations go well. Their current roster has some promising young players in the secondary, but lacking a true shutdown corner has been a glaring weakness. Adding Surtain would not only improve their immediate defensive performance, but also set a foundation for sustained success. His leadership qualities, competitive mindset, and work ethic would serve as a catalyst for the young players in the secondary, such as Eric Stokes, if he returns healthy, Carrington Valentine, and newly drafted prospects. Projected impact on the Packers' defense. If the trade materializes, the impact on Green Bay's defense would be immediate and profound. Experts estimate that such a move could increase the team's interception total by around 8 picks across the season. Opposing quarterbacks would think twice before testing the secondary deep. Expect about 20% fewer completed passes downfield, leading to more 3-and-outs and increased opportunities for the offense. Coverage efficiency could improve by roughly 15%, translating to fewer yards allowed per game, potentially reducing points allowed per game from around 220 to 180 or less. The expected points added EPA metric, a key indicator of defensive effectiveness, could see a boost of approximately 17%, similar to the Patriots' historic 2019 Gilmore trade that transformed their defense into an elite unit. Additionally, the presence of a lockdown corner like Surtain would create more pressure on quarterbacks, indirectly boosting sack totals. With fewer options to throw to, quarterbacks would face more hurried throws, increasing the likelihood of sacks or turnovers. Future expectations and playoff prospects. Looking ahead, the addition of Surtain could revolutionize the Packers' playoff outlook. Currently, their odds to win the Super Bowl are around +40, but with certain in the fold, some sportsbooks are already reducing those odds to approximately +1/600. This shift reflects the significant confidence boost that a shutdown corner provides in high-pressure postseason games. In the NFC North, their division rivals are formidable. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings' passing attack, Jared Goff and the Lions' explosive offense, and the Bears' emerging secondary threats. A shutdown corner like Surtain could be the key to winning divisional matchups and securing a higher seed, which is crucial for playoff success. Historically, elite trades have transformed defenses. Remember when the Jets acquired Revis in 2015, or when the Patriots signed Gilmore in 2017? Those moves turned defenses into nightmares for opposing quarterbacks, often leading to Super Bowl runs. Green Bay could be on the cusp of such a transformation. Analyzing the broader implications, the strategic implications extend beyond just immediate game performance. Surtain's addition would set a precedent in NFL trade culture, signaling that the Packers are willing to go all in to contend. It would also send a message to their division rivals that Green Bay is serious about reclaiming dominance. Furthermore, it could influence other teams' trade strategies, prompting more aggressive moves to acquire top-tier defenders. From a team-building perspective, this move indicates a shift in philosophy, prioritizing elite secondary talent to complement their solid pass, rush, and linebacker core. Such a balanced approach could pay dividends in terms of postseason resilience and longevity. Player profiles and impact on the locker room. Surtain's leadership qualities are often underrated. Coming from a football family, his father, Pat Surtain Sr., was a Pro Bowl cornerback, and his football IQ is second to none. He's known as a tireless worker, often staying late after practice to refine his craft. His presence in the locker room could elevate the entire defense, encouraging a culture of accountability and excellence. The Packers' young secondary players could learn a lot from Surtain's professionalism and technique. His mentorship could accelerate the development of players like Carrington Valentine and other rookies or second-year players, creating a more cohesive and confident unit. Final thoughts and fan engagement. In conclusion, if this trade happens, it could be one of the most defining moments of the 2023 NFL season for the Packers. It would solidify their defense as one of the best in the league, dramatically improve their playoff prospects, and set the stage for a deep run towards another Super Bowl appearance. The addition of Pat Surtain II could be that missing piece, turning Green Bay into an even more formidable force and perhaps heralding a new era of dominance in the NFC. Fans, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe Surtain is the perfect fit to elevate the Packers' defense into elite territory? Would this trade make the Packers unstoppable in the postseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the entire Packers community. I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and everything else happening around Lambeau Field, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with a move like this, the Packers could be on the brink of something truly special. Let's keep the faith, keep the hope alive, and gear up for what could be an unforgettable ride to another Super Bowl appearance. Go Pack, go! Character count, 10, 50 characters.